Hi guys, welcome to another episode of WoW Buster. My name is Wilfred. I'm playing with my wife, Cup, and she has got the trial key from the Massively OP website. So I'm going to play a little bit with her, and we are grouped together. So I've been so far doing a lot of solo kind of review, but I haven't really got a chance to play together with someone, and really fun when you are grouped together. Cup give me the good old Marvel Heroes days kind of feel to it as well. And also better than Marvel Heroes and similar to Diablo 3 is that when you grouped up, you have got the XP gain from monster hunting, 8%, 10% cron, earn token, earn 10%. Basically, it is really good to group up to play together. So I think at least they've done it really right on that one. I'm getting a Reaper kind of a character, and she's playing the one that I've been playing in the solo kind of like a Vanguard Blade class. So I hope you know, you're gonna enjoy some of this footage we have captured, and definitely in a group is a lot more fun in the boss encounter. I suspect they scale up the difficulties a little bit when you're grouped, because I do see some like a pot that's been dropped instead of one, there are two, and also the boss seems to be like, you know, taking a bit like in the same time that I'm doing it solo anyway. So I think they've done a pretty good job in terms of balancing out which you know, when you're in the party you get a little bit more health on the monster, but by and large it's really fun to just blaze through the whole dungeon together, because I think together is actually stronger. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the next bit of the video, and as always drop a comments below. Now this is still early access, so still, you know, the game is under development. I do see sometimes when there are some Korea kind of like a button here and there, so it's still under development. Just try to get the expectation right. You know, we are not doing a finished product here. However, if you want to dive in with your family and friends and just try it out, you can purchase you know, one of the versions out there. You'll be able to play it. All right, next bit is on the gameplay itself. The second part of the video is going to be a compilation of 6 boss encounters with my wife, starting from level 1-ish kind of like setup. And as you see here, both of us are playing 2 different classes. I'm playing the Undertaker, which is the like a Reaper kind of character. My wife is playing the character that I'm playing as a solo, which is the Vanguard Blade. So the gameplay is slightly different, as you can see in just a bit. And I'm just going to commentate as I try out different builds and what I see and feel about it as well. Now, boss fight, if you recall, when I was doing solo, it was quite hectic. As a group, it's still quite hectic, but at least there are 2 of us, you know, helping to you know, take down some of the ads as well. Just now, beginning of the clip, that was the ultimate, which is like area damage. The fiery one. So I'm taking out all the ads while my wife is focusing on the boss. It's a little bit of like a coordination here. I find that it's easier that way. I did a dodge just now to avoid the front damage from the boss. But all in all, it was a very pleasant kind of like an encounter without too much of the you know, scary moment anyway. So that was the first encounter. Second one is going to the sewers, and in this game, I'm actually using a different build, completely different from the one that, you know, I was using before. And I'll try to highlight some of these differences to you if I can, because I know some of you. Now, by the way, this is like a tornado kind of thing. It's ultimate, different from the one that you've seen just now, if you recall. And also, this one has the thing that whirl around the character. It's a bit like a Gambit, if you recall. He does have the kind of ability. In the first clip, I actually did a movement build kind of thing to use a movement thing, but this one is to actually do like the, you know, the blade on top of my head there. And also there's a crack on the floor, the red color one. That is also a different ability that's more like a line damage rather than the area damage. That's about it. So 2 builds are actually very different. Even the first ability, I think one of them can fear, the other one is stun or something like that, I can't remember. And also there's an ability to pull the mob over, like Death Knight in the in World of Warcraft, and but I'm going to do a little bit of that kind of like narration later in maybe another video, just talk about Undertaker, which is a class on its own. Second boss itself, Double Jack, and that is a tornado itself that pushed through, and trying to avoid some of this damage, and try to dash around if possible as well. He does a bit of bouncing here and there. I think I need to eat up some of the health bar. Now, the only feedback I have as a group play to the developer is that it's very unusual not to have my own health bar on the left side of the screen when I'm grouped up. Like, you know, if you play Diablo 3, you know, the health bar on the left hand side, actually I believe that the player actually is there as well, because I keep looking at my wife's health bar thinking that was my health bar, and I was saying, oh, I'm actually pretty healthy, and I have to look down at my own health bar to see where I am. So it's a bit strange. Usually the party member will include oneself on the left hand side of the screen. So it's just slight feedback here and there, because I find it a bit unusual not to have the health bar of a party member of myself onto the UI user interface. That's all. Alright, so sometimes during all these encounters there are some mini bosses here and there. So you can see some debuff as well. I'm trying out a hybrid kind of build between the setup 1 and setup 2, and you can see that there's a bit of movement going on. Well, not that one, but that is an ultimate, and I can, all these like little purple colored kind of like a debuff is actually from me. I think if you play Black Widow, there's the Widow Kiss, if you remember. So for Reaper or Undertaker, there's also same. You can debuff like just front cone, like the Widow's Kiss actually. They play a little bit like like a Gambit and Black Widow kind of thing. Interesting. Alright, boss time. And I think some of the boss encounter I didn't quite do it that well. It's just one of those things when you are with someone, you can't relax and it's like whatever, I know I'll be alright. So this Felok, and he punched rather hard as well. It's like an Iceman. Alright, so yeah, you can just see the animation on what he's doing, which is kind of nice. And I have to get out from here a little bit. A lot of stuff going on. Just try not to get smashed by him, man, seriously. That's about it. I think my wife is also somewhere. I don't know where my wife is. Come to think of it, where is she doing? Oh, she's helping me to do up some of the ads and stuff like that. So we were stunned, and I was so close to getting defeated then because he draw us in, and we got stunned. So we have to avoid all these like markers and so on. So it's one of those things, trying to see how far we can push by being lazy. Yeah, we all like that. Okay, then we're heading on to the swarm, I think, steel training area. Okay, so the I think I've decided on a build in a sense, or not actually. I'm still using a tornado. So that is quite a lot of things going on here. Another thing that, if you pay attention to the left hand side, there's a lot of tags going on as you collect loot and so on. So it's kind of good. You don't have to worry too much about looting. It's auto looting, and my health is actually going pretty low as well. Had to pop a health bar, but because I think I'm just paying attention to my wife's health bar, because it's up there top on the left, so I always mistaken that as my own health bar. I got stunned there, and also, yep. Yeah, so that is a little bit of movement built there. That is ability R, you can see there. Yeah, and it's rather short cooldown as well, the R button. So I put the tornado out and I level up at the right timing. Yep. So the R actually doesn't have any cooldown, I think. It's like a very movement build. This is, those of you who like the Marvel heroes kind of movement hero, I think the Undertaker is very movement, like the R button, something that you could just keep flipping to different side. You don't even need to dodge, although of course it consumes mana, but yeah. And that's about it. Actually, this is the one that I've done really bad. There's a lot of stun going on. And this guy is always so unpredictable in some sense. Let me just study a little bit here and see what he does. So that is the ultimate. And I dodge to another side, dodge to another side, trying to dodge. Oh, I didn't dodge. I dodge out, you know. But because I think I double dodge, so I end up where it's in, you know, in the beginning, facing the boss again. But yeah, I'm just trying to like take out some of the ads going on. My wife is like doing her thing actually. I'm trying to observe what she does as well. It's like, oh man, I try to frantically hitting the button to get my health bar. It's just so hard to dodge all this, like very often. They punch on. Man, this one you can't read. This is really hard stuff. And I was like just getting stunned and stunned. There should be some kind of like you know, like a cooldown there. It's just very hard for my character there. Because I'm so used to the other one that I play, I can have the invisibility as well. So yeah. Whoa, that is like, oh my goodness, he's just non-stop spamming the stun button. Oh man, it's like really insane stuff going on. But anyway, managed to get through with the power of 2. Yep, that is the and the next bit we are going to Labyrinth. As always, there's a helicopter that brings us into the war zone, and the two of us go in again. We are the abandoned, and it's red in color. You see our weapon there. So now at this, yeah. So I use a different ultimate here. I use one that does like overall, like, you know, AOE kind of around me. I find it more effective. And now I can use the R button, which is the one that you can move around and do damage to a better extent. So yeah, that is nice. Let's see what's the next one. Yeah, this is a double kind of port drop carrier. So I realized that if you have 2 people, they're actually more drop carrier. Kind of makes sense. It does scale up a little bit difficulties level wise. See, you debuff them and get back up again. I think I lost quite a lot of like health there fighting Tombstone. I think when he does his thing, I have to get away. Yep, that's it. And then after that is a boss fight. Labyrinth. And behind the scene, I mean, we usually would think about what you know, what we are going to level up our skill, because that is important to be able to just like, you know, just make our skill more relevant. There are 3 bosses here, by the way. You've seen me solo. This one was quite tough. Now you see us like a group play. This one is also rather tough as well. Another thing about Undertaker, this class, is that he has life leech, so as he deal damage, he gain back health. So you can see the health actually go up. So there are 3 bosses, and I just need to wait for the moment to pop my ultimate, which I think I did that just now, perhaps. So I debuff them, I try to group them up so that when I pop my ultimate in about 15 seconds time, then you know, then I'll get them all together. My wife is trying to split between the ads as well as the bosses. Just a bit of teamwork here. The poison start to come by, and now I can pop the ultimate, and yep, that is the ultimate. A lot of red like thing going on, but you know, there is a lot of insane damage coming from 3 bosses actually, and the poison and everything else. It's actually pretty hectic. A lot of ads as well. It's not at all easy, but then, you know, at least that 2 of us together, just a little bit different, the feel of it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for 5 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I pop the ultimate again, and the that burned quite a lot of, like, you know, it's rather effective, right? The ultimate. So yeah, I think 2 bosses down and just 1 boss down. Like now, last one. Yep. So that's done. Very fun, very fun. You know, 2 of us. The gameplay is a little bit different as well. So with that, it comes to the could well be the last clip. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I'm level what 16, I think. So it seems to me that I can level faster in a group, which is the group buff, by the way. And you can see all these like a purple icon there. Is where I debuff all the enemy. Now I'm getting a little bit more expert in my class because it does take a while to learn how to play this, you know, this hero, which is Undertaker here. I think my wife is getting more comfortable with her build as well. It's basically two of us trying to just learn along the way. So it's good, man. This is like a Gambit, huh? Just a little bit. Yep. And the yeah, you know, there are usually quite a lot of mobs that come down as well, depending on the you know, what we do. There's drop carrier. Don't stand in front, otherwise you get stunned as well as a huge amount of damage. All right, and there's a whole entire big bunch as well. Ultimate. Just wait for that. Yep. So that burned quite a lot of things. See how effective it is. But it requires a little bit of like a deployment. I have to position myself right at the middle of the you know, all the mobs and so on. Yeah, another big crowd, and I'm just going to draw them in and do the ultimate there. Wow, pretty large area as well. So that is nice. Yeah, so I'm using a movement build right now. You see that I move around with the, you know, thing around me, just to get out from the bomb. Of course, that eat up a lot of like a mana as well. As you can see, my mana is like going like really low. Yeah, but I level up at the right moment, so that would regen all my mana. A bit of debuff, and that's about it. So now is the spider boss. I think is also one of our favorite. It just reminds me of us, the Diablo 3. There's a Spider Queen as well. It's a lot of reference from other games, huh? This one here. So this is the one with the big spider, and I sort of know what I'm after. So yeah, just need to get away from all this poison thingy. And go back in again, have a health bar, try to get out, yep, and then debuff the boss, and then after that get out, hi, away from the Nova, but yeah, get out, yep. So that is about it. I can pop my ultimate, which is just what I did. Could have waited a little bit longer when the little spider come by, but hey, that's fine. Dash out a bit. I think now it's a lot of poison everywhere. Have to get a little bit careful. And I think you know, yay. And with that said, I mean that is done. I'm happy, and get the loot boxes. You know, usually this is the time when I examine the loot and see whether I can equip something or not. There are some tokens as well, which is good. You know, those tokens can be exchanged for endgame gear, I think. So, you know, just start collecting it. The currency is at the bottom there. You can see the gold, 32,000. I think some of you asked me if there is a gold issue. I don't think there is, although everything costs gold, like potion, like the these assembled items and so on. They are all require gold, but it seems alright so far. I mean, I don't really run into any gold issue, but it does, yeah, it's a fun game. So, I mean, let me know in the comment box below how you feel about it, and we'll see. Next episode, we'll show you something more exciting. We'll see. Bye.